This is putting that pressure on his opponents very early on.
Yeah, we'll see that a lot as time is to come. An interesting battle later for paTiTek, perhaps, as we've already seen the duel on the B site. As you can see, Team Heretics with a lot of control, and that's opened up the door for this later play by paTiTek. He's making his way up. The door has been closed. He's just about missing his timing on getting around that, but he'll try to go for spawn. That means the players in B main need to hold on. The time now, much more valuable to them if they can delay NAVI. And you can see they've got some stuff to work with already. A shock dart fired through to deter some spams as well, and a kill connected, but paTiTek's been found. Their flankers down. Now most of the round relies on these spams, blindly firing through a smoke. Someone could be defusing, but there's no panic from Team Heretics. They feel like they've got this one under control. The kills are matching up. The tap again confirms that they're going for it. Do it at tier 2. Doing it at this level is different. Well, he's been able to do it. Not this time, though. Shut down quickly. Two brothers, and they're both out of the server. Zyppan makes sure of that. 4 versus 3. A good fight from NAVI in this round. Team Heretics have a lot to recover on, and even paTiTek getting that kill. He's down to 11 HP. benjyfishy and RieNs are going to have to do a lot.
Yeah, we actually have, in this server right now, the number 1, 2, 3, and 4 in terms of ADR. So just raw damage alone, off the charts. Obviously, both these teams kind of skipped their way through by going 2-0 in their matches. So, I mean 2-0 overall. Obviously, a map lost by NAVI. RieNs has managed to sneak his way quite far up. The flash solid to help him out as well. paTiTek's position is known. The flash came from somewhere, and because of that, SUYGETSU's going to be able to clear him. Even still, it's the same after plant again. A 2v2 scenario. Utility, shock darts available. A dart as well, just to give away positions. And on the other side of things, a singular snake bite.
It's not a lot to push them back. Fired into the corner as well. It didn't even fully clear the corner. That's got to be in the back of their mind. Could be someone there. Shock darts from RieNs, but he's not going to use them. It's the reveal instead. Fired out soon. It's given away his position. MiniBoo looking to fight alongside paTiTek.
Still expecting NAVI to be a little bit aggressive here.
Well, knowing the team, you're obviously going to have that expectation to play with. SUYGETSU really feeding into it. He's right up against the poison orb, trying to take the fight. He's fallen back. He's now the focal point of this attack, but ardiis is able to swing through, find heavy traffic, 2 quick kills, and then Zyppan's on scene. ardiis caught, changing weapon. As RieNs finds his double, a plant, a Hunter's Fury to work with, but the paranoia wasn't used by NAVI. Now it's blinded RieNs, kept him trapped as he fights onto Angel. They know exactly where he is. They're seizing him in. He's low HP, trying to recover. He's got a little bit of time, a little bit of space, but he hasn't heard that TP close.
Yeah, true. I'll be honest with you.
True.
I think Angel's always going to be a little bit of a villain, but I also think he enjoys it. I think he's the only person I've ever seen to tweet to not follow him.
Yeah, an unfollower giveaway.
And he gained a lot of followers from that. So they're just Angel things. Speak of the man, he shall appear. Got no utility yet left, so he might as well go pushing. Already a decent trade for the side of Heretics, but MiniBoo is very low on HP. Stun does its job, but not really available to go in for the peek, and it leaves. Oh, they're actually going to peek into the aftershock. SUYGETSU really.
And an early attempt to get aggressive. Shao under a lot of threat.
Potentially put ardiis into position. He's going to be there with the operators. Position will be revealed, but peeking into it would have some pretty big risks about it. And Angel goes wide and has support.
Rolling Thunder used up as well. The retake of space. The players aren't stunned up. benjyfishy good to take the fight with Zyppan down. That ult was burned very early, very aggressively. You can see the idea, but they must have thought they were further up elbow than they actually were. The side of Heretics happy to take that kill onto a charging Zyppan. And ardiis, well, he has somewhere to retreat to at least, so he's going to be posted up, and of course, he hits that shot, goes out for more. This man will not be deterred. He won't be scared away. He's even heard that shrouded step, I think, by the looks of his crosshair placement. Seemed to expect another player to have crossed.
A rotation from SUYGETSU a little bit further away. Just looking to try and wrap back around, try and find some space. Benji in a position to fight him, but this 1v1 could be everything. We are going back. He didn't do well on that team, so maybe he does.
I'll show you. Well, right now, NAVI have been denied their early aggression. The pick hasn't come through as it has in the past. Something to work with for the side of Heretics, still having that extra man and the ulti pop. Hunter's Fury caught one burst, and even hit Zyppan as well, but no kills to come off the back. Good trade to start it out. Zyppan's got one. He's out for free. He's swinging through with his teammates, and they're taking every fight they can. NAVI going for a scrappy round, and one that's led them ahead. Only one player still standing. paTiTek needs a revive, and Shao and Angel will not let that happen. RieNs down to 7 HP, and there's nowhere to go. A minute on the clock, but two players right around. I mean, it can be tough for this squad facing new challenges this late in the tournament with such. He's faking the full fallback though. Look, he immediately goes forward. They were wise to it. Paranoia used. No free kill for ardiis this time. Instead, the punish as he attempts to re-enter the angle. MiniBoo was waiting. Zyppan's walked in and done so much damage. He was close to taking Boo as well. The bullet just below the head, but he'll survive.
10 seconds.
Heretics with two players alive in a 2 versus 1. SUYGETSU already used his Viper's Pit right off rip at the start of the round, so that's no longer in play. The wall already put down as well, and it's not really doing much for him. Blocking off one angle that he doesn't really need to be worried about, and coming through this smoke, that should be the end of it.
Got any more signs today?
I've got a few, and a few to recycle as well. Well, we'll see. We'll see how things go. Maybe they need some tweaks to them, some Photoshop. NAVI already picking up the opening on a MiniBoo, but the trade is instantaneous.
Same angle again.
They've got the control, they've got the space to work with. Door gonna be closed, but it's to no effect. Team Heretics are all in. They've played for B main, and now they'll play back into it with 3 players going back, one staying close, and using the Shrouded Step to get out of there, avoiding the nightfall that was on its way, the nightmare that could have taken them, consumed them. As Boo will look to cause some nightmares of his own. A smoke close, allowing the spam. The Rolling Thunder hard to connect on it, having to run through that smoke. Potential players unstunned, ready to fight. benjyfishy was one. Spray is good. It's massive from Boo. Through his own smoke. He stopped the defuse and stopped.
Well, to be honest, I think I was going to say realistically, this should be both teams' better side, but we'll have to wait and see. Not a great start. Again, it's just this aggression coming out from the defensive side, and well, with a little bit of help from a stun, that kill's almost too easy for Shao. After a pause, I don't know if these were mass changes that were made by the side of NAVI. I guess they just wanted to deny them B main control, and ardiis did that, and then Shao just killed them the second they went mid.
Yeah, I don't know if the full intention is to bait them into the mid play, but ardiis, yeah, okay, for the barrel length, he swaps. And while the rate of fire didn't help him out all too much there, Boo dropping ardiis right off rip. 4 versus 2. Team Heretics blinded up. Great shot from Shao. He's 5 HP. Repositioning too. He just needs to hold the control. He said his HP isn't ideal to take a duel, but he's got teammates coming in. We've got all the health in the world. There.
35 seconds though. This has been a much slower round. Timing.
So nasty.
Oh, no, ardiis again. Always catching them off guard. They're going to use the space taken to try and get into the side, but Shao for a second round in a row is just going to mow them down. And what can RieNs do from this position? 20 seconds left, spike on the site, 5 players to find. I wish you the best of luck, but I don't think anything's going to be coming from this one. Shao even making his move in towards the spawn. He wants another frag, and well, the fact is, this round is already done.
He might find a new way to cause the hair loss.
It genuinely does, at least initially, look like it's going to be Angel leading the charge. And some of these fights, Shao just goes running into the cage. Just sheer disrespect to what's on the defensive side. And in the meantime, ardiis has just gone walking through. Now, I feel like this should be known, especially once the second player goes, but that doesn't necessarily mean they'll know that somebody could be as far forward as ardiis is.
Planted.
Later rotation with Boo, everybody splitting up into their own angles. MiniBoo, though, he's crept by a PC utility. That spot was being watched by Angel incrementally. It's going to be a matter of timing as to whether he wins it out or not. And indeed, MiniBoo falls. So too does RieNs. So Boo is alone. And having picked up ardiis, they know where he is. Again, we'll see the same thing that plagued NAVI on their defensive side. It's this tight plant, a very narrow angle that you can defuse on, and they've got utility to reveal you, to spam you down. They know at this point he's probably not defusing. Now he's tapped it again. Stun comes through. Good luck to you. 49 HP.
Benji to potentially spot, but I don't know if he's going to be there to help soon enough to really do too much. And in the meantime, ardiis has been selling this ruse. Now paTiTek has to go big on the site.
Benji's close, but what can he do with that util? Like you said, it's all on to paTiTek to at least put up a good hold. buy them some time, get some kills. Benji spamming through has picked up Shao. And now the flash is going to go in. Here comes the peek on the back of it. Great play from Heretics. A crunch that's crushed NAVI's momentum and left ardiis in a 1v5 that he has no business winning. Barely any seconds left on the clock in the time.
Bring them down.
Well, Trap already dealt with some util to slow reveal as well. Benji wasn't spotted initially, and they can't deal with him. One by one, they fall on the side of NAVI. And with market truly locked down, there's nowhere else to look. Benji's even trained in to find ardiis. Zyppan alone. The same spot ardiis was in the last game. Last round, rather. 1 versus 5. A rifle in his hands. An entire platoon of enemies to take down. They're posted up, ready to go.
Wonder where he is.
They're just going to wait for him to step out of main or step back into the
gun, having something remaining for the next round, and
off there, I suppose.
Truly obliterated a lot of their opponents. That's
Heretics. Meanwhile, the man that we've praised just a little bit earlier on, benjyfishy, is having some trouble. You can see he's fallen back towards the spawn to try and cover that back angle, leaving his traps to play the site. The camera has been destroyed, and that's drawing some rotations. But SUYGETSU's got himself into a perfect position for this. Both players with their backs turned, and ardiis might be a little peeved to die like that, but his teammate got the trade nice and clean. And with that, there seems to be no way this falls awry. They haven't cleared Benji. They haven't even seen him, but they're watching for him. And they have found the kill just in time.
That's crispy aim all the way
through. To crunch 2 players in market, 2 to top mid, postured on the angles, ready for a fight. Stun was good. Ult is popped. MiniBoo's good for more, and he's out. He's bought himself some time.
Yeah, and that's decent as well. That gets rid of Angel. That's a lot of your information setups. Now, they do have a Rolling Thunder. I assume if you were ever going to use it, this would be it. MiniBoo able to quickly get into position. And now, well, the null command, it's actually not going to be that ultimate available. That's going to be a big problem for NAVI. 15 seconds coming up on the clock for them to try and make their move, a fragment to delay them, a smoke in the way. If they are going to go for this, it has to be now, but they get the entry onto MiniBoo. paTiTek holding strong, though, and that might just be enough. The spam has dropped that spike, leaving just 2 players remaining, and they can just hide out for the remainder of the round. ardiis will take one with him. But the fact is, Heretics have managed to bounce back.
Kills. They don't have that, so not able to quite force those mistakes the same. And then they go walking into these angles. MiniBoo just doesn't miss.
Yeah, this is basically what I was saying in the first half. Is like, is it just going to be Angel basically just taking firefights? And it's like, I don't know, especially versus MiniBoo, you ain't going to be winning it. Now they rely on ardiis doing the same thing, just walking up mid. It's where the holes really sort of lie within this attack side, is they just don't have a space taker on 1 by 1 by 1. It's individual fights. And Heretics have won all of them.
And it was what you said starting it out, right? Because you're saying about the space taker, and the first point you made when we saw these compositions come through is the fact that Raze has been so popular, and you don't have that on either team. Now, we can understand why Heretics on the attack side are replacing Raze, how they're doing it, because MiniBoo is the space taker. He's the guy round the corner, quick as can be. We saw it especially towards elbow, like Shao getting cut off in some of the rounds. And I want to believe, I really do. There's so many players, so little time. Spike down, but he's already picked up 2. Got a Rolling Thunder to work with as well. 2 flashes, but 20 seconds on the clock. He's got to run, and he's got to do it now. There's players watching the cross, and simply no way. I would call it here. 10 seconds on the clock. They will just run the clock down till he goes for the plant. Take the swing together. Receptions and change the Benji move. Okay, all good, all good.
Oh, okay. This is a much faster pace looking.
Angel's out.
Angel is out with the spike on his own, but nobody has managed to stop him. ardiis has been caught. Trade back for Benji. He just goes swinging. Keeps things even for now, and they may not even know that paTiTek is still in this corner. They have absolutely no idea. Just the snake in the grass hiding. And they're doubling up to try and put the pressure on SUYGETSU. Looking to try and trade things back. RieNs will do just that. And now ardiis!
You can hear gunshots go off when Heretics are taking fights, because they are looking so good. Picked it back to a 1-round gap, and the momentum is in their favor. Shao's dead. Oh, hello?
Somehow he's still alive. The thing is, the rest of the team are not even remotely close. Like, they are just making their way through elbow. SUYGETSU has managed to find one, though, onto MiniBoo.
For a smoke. Just blind fire.
Okay, Angel's got another one. This is starting to get interesting. They've had to use the Hunter's Fury. There's chance for real damage here. A second player, low, almost connects onto Zyppan. Spike in the way. But it is going to be the plant. Somehow this looks doable. Unlikely, but doable.
Well, we had two spams through the smoke, essentially the yin and yang trading each other out. But then the Hunter's Fury, it's pulled it back in favor. Zyppan's so low, damage is done. Information is there to play with as well. benjy's just locked them in, put him in a box, and it's only Zyppan left. 45 HP, 25 HP, and a Sheriff. A dream. No, down, and he's got two! The collat! benjy's on it, right under his nose! Zyppan has no idea! He's made the play! I mean, I like the idea to at least wait it out. But for Heretics now, they've even popped in the null command, slowed down this push from Navi. No utility, like you said, Tom. No Viper's Pit to save the day. Navi need to do it with rifles, and they found paTiTek. But a double man blitz coming in from Market any second now as the smoke fades. benjy on the first. He's been so good in these fights, and he needs to be better because RieNs has fallen. Out goes the paranoia. They tried to deny the defuse. The time is low, but it's done. It's being planted. It's being found. Zyppan still putting up a fight. And with benjy down, the numbers are even, but MiniBoo so desperately low. Boo needs to make a big play. The brothers trying to clutch it out, but only one stands. Full HP on Boo, but he doesn't know there's a player right up beside him.
Rotated into position in order to try and support. Aftershock actually sent through just to destroy the trip, but MiniBoo there, as said, they didn't have that expectation of him to just swing that. Now the cage is up, the smoke is up. NAVI are going to have to go running straight through. This paranoia does help them a little bit, but it is a slaughter on the site, leaving SUYGETSU standing. 10 seconds left. Well, he'll take one for his troubles, but planting this should be in 4 players now ready and waiting for NAVI. They have left SUYGETSU on the other side of the map. The thing is, though, Heretics at this stage look committed. They look like they're set on going in this direction. Maybe the expectation is that someone's going to come a looking, flash across. It's a bait to give MiniBoo the space. But the fact is, benjy's gone down elsewhere. The advantage sitting with NAVI.
Oh, wow. Shao's just peeked in. He saw them all, but the paranoia didn't catch paTiTek. Able to respond quickly. Heretics still in with a chance until another kill is found by Angel, this time through the smoke. 3 versus 2. Another falling, though. That's Angel overcommitting. He was at no man's land taking a fight. They know where Zyppan is. They've got him boxed in. Trails leading to him, but paTiTek falls.
To fall back, but he is still around this angle. Paranoia in hand. Is he about to set up MiniBoo to go for a swing? It looks like it, and he's found the kill as well.
Oh, it would have been massive, but for that trade back out. Shao maintains control, and NAVI maintain course. Looking for the A side. Plenty of players rotated in on the side of Heretics. This defensive side doesn't want to stand still and let NAVI make the next move, though. They're getting aggressive, pushing into the angles and punishing every peek. NAVI tried desperately to save SUYGETSU from MiniBoo's grasp. Oh, wow. They didn't think there were 2 more guns standing ready to take that fight. Only Angel left. 1v3 in this angle, 1v4 in the round, and wow,
that's definitely my favorite. Coach Mike. That's where SUYGETSU will immediately switch his gaze towards that B site, put a snake bite down, smoke on it as well. It looks like they're just going to disrespect it. Maybe a hard read coming through. They've obviously got to destroy the trap that was set up by ardiis, but it is just going to have to be a full retake. We already mentioned the post, but the fact that Shao has already managed to find one, the close angle, he's actually seen him, it doesn't matter. benjy wins the fight anyway. They should have the information either way.
Advantage sits with NAVI, stays there. Main is there, sight seems to be to RieNs. Oh, he's hit the shot! Reset after the flash, but it's Angel.
One way is going to go up again. Be a little while before they have another smoke available to them. And actually, NAVI are going to try and play off the back of this. Stun is good. It's left onto MiniBoo, and it's just going to be the trades. Both teams coming out even. A little bit of extra damage done onto Angel. And paTiTek instead has to fall back, leaving what it will be is just benjy over on the other side of the map. And it seems like that may have been the plan all along for NAVI.
Definitely in one sense. I think the idea is for ardiis to try to find that space and take the pick, right? Like, somebody's got to be peeking eventually, but benjy is steadfast. He is held. The camera just looking towards main, or market, pardon me, while B main is covered off by these traps. He doesn't need a peek. He sits in the corner and waits, but once he's spotted, that's where trouble comes in. We're going to see Angel move through and probably destroy this camera. That's when the utility comes through from the rest of NAVI. Calm down. Where does he go? benjy now knows there's enemies everywhere. Good first to start onto ardiis. Reposition around onto the site. And Angel's even left the market angle, grouping up with his teammate. It's Zyppan and himself, 45 on Angel. It should be an easy fight, and with the headshot to Zyppan, this round may just be tied up in a neat little bow. No need to peek for Benji. 12 seconds left. No plant for Angel just yet. Good shot to start. Plant going to be attempted, going to be stuck all the way. Oh, but the nade stopped.
To that operator, that has been such a devastating thing throughout the game so far, especially on defense. Good utility to force back ardiis, but he's not dealt with just yet. And it's looking like the retake. Now, every single round, Shao seems to be able to find a kill above these smokes. It's something that Heretics seem aware of as they'll now get back into their afterblast.
Viper Orb was up in market as well. NAVI weren't able to keep the Viper wall in play to block them out fully, but that's okay because they're recharging up those toxins for the retake. And MiniBoo tried to get ahead of it, but ardiis finally gets that opening duel late into the round. A fight hadn't come through, and so there's still lots of utility. Nade down, that's going to buy some more time. NAVI want to fight forward, want to take control over main. TP through by Shao, has not worked. And the defuse, they're attempting it right now. It's a brave attempt with a body block as well.
It's still not done yet, though. They are a very long road. They haven't even taken that first map, but that is the goal. It's aggressive. A push forward. A react fire just started the beginning of the end, leaving just one man standing, ardiis. He's been great so far in this game, but on the attack, there is little to be desired for this side of Navi. Spike recovered. paTiTek, maybe a little bit overzealous, is going to give him a root, but already hit by that second pulse, leaving him on 70 HP, nowhere to go. Drone, he's going to try and push it. The spam actually kinks up RieNs, but even still, I think it might be too little too late. He needs to do a whole lot, and he does manage a...
They did it against BBL, right?
Yeah, day one BBL, they get banged out and then win the next two maps, 13-6, I believe. So we'll see if that's the case. Benji leading the charge, already looking to get that plant down. Not the agent you'd normally be going for the plants on, but I guess it's more important for them just getting the round over the line. I'm also just looking at where MiniBoo is. I assume he's got some way of getting there a little bit faster because this is ridiculous how long of a rotation he has. He's actually going to end up fighting SUYGETSU in mid. This is such a weird round, and he wins the fight as well.
The gate crash was put out as you called it into question, Tom. It's being used successfully to pull him back over towards A main. And now he's going runabouts, walking his way up to middle. I mean, he's not afraid to run the clock down, that's for sure. Diffuse still not attempted as Team Heretics funnel out of the choke.
It means that this purchase is going to be a pretty hefty one. Oh, an early aggressive push, a bit of spam damage done. And ardiis already going to have to be rotating away here. Shao is in a great position. Hasn't actually been checked, but eventually he will fall. I think maybe a little bit of a jump scare for SUYGETSU. Instead, they're hightailing it back towards the B side.
Well, Angels just found that out the hard way. A quick kill onto him. The B side is lost. The TP's in for easy cross. Okay, well, it's easy cross if you just take the players down, I suppose. NAVI left in a 2 versus 4, and it just yet for the side of NAVI. Utility, what they haven't done is seen this man sneak his way down into a frankly ridiculous position. Gate crash timer's got to be running low, but he's made it. 1 kill, and he's out of there, just like on his chamber, but a little bit more ludicrous of an angle. The spray down's good as well. RieNs is low. The flash and the TP from MiniBoo gets him 1. He's got to do so much more from this corner.
What they have with it, he is using it immediately. Straight in towards this site, already spotting out Angel. Trying to get the information on the rest of the players. paTiTek has gone down, though.
That decoy was well and truly spotted with the numbers on the attack thinning out. And the flash is already burned up for MiniBoo. Someone needs to be the hero this squad desperately needs. Good flash, though. Or, well, lucky flash for benjyfishy, I suppose, because it might have caught him, but it sent Angel backwards as well. Decoy on its way, not going to be given any respect. benjyfishy bypasses it, takes a fight deeper. Now there's a gate crash coming. He's seen it. He's heard it. He knows where it is, and it's destroyed. Swinging out for a fight. He knows there's a player close, but Zyppan will still land the shots first. In all the meantime, MiniBoo has managed to jump up top, find himself an angle, harass them a little bit, cause problems for this side of the defense. And they're breaking through into a stacked up set of players, weapons drawn, aimed, ready. And the timer already ran fully down. Heretics have done down through middle to try to take this control. It could give them another spot.
Oh, no.
Well, not when they're caught with a smoke in hand. That's definitely going to hamper the progress.
They've already got the information on the other side as well. Zyppan's going to try and pop this Hunter's Fury, but he's found absolutely nothing, and in the meantime, MiniBoo has taken that space in towards the site. After plant, seemingly inevitable. And for the side of NAVI at this stage, okay, you've got ardiis with his ult. That might make things interesting. I was going to say there's a small chance of him using it, but now that Zyppan's found a kill, it might just be worth the risk.
He's retrieved a weapon as well, the rifle in his back pocket. That's going to spawn him, spur him forward, I should say. Flash, 2 in hand, ready to pop around the back. Decoy thrown out, the steps are being made, flashes off the wall, and he's out. No, he's not. Another flash to play, and here he comes! Shorty in hand! One found over to the rifle, but the players on Heretics are not giving up control. We've been on board with ardiis while the rest of the team was thinned out.
The same can be said for their pressure already put in towards that horse position. Utility taken away. That means the ardiis escape plan no longer exists, and neither does Shao. It's a little bit labor, but MiniBoo is anything but. Another kill for him. Benji goes down being aggressive, though. It's a 3v3 scenario, but the time now ticking in Heretics' favor.
If I'm not mistaken, MiniBoo, just put out a gate crash there, is sitting 12 kills and 1 death. Not bad for a start. Let's see if we can double up those deaths. Well, he's coming close to doubling up the kills in just a matter of rounds. Ult already popped, info for 1, info for 2. And now what more is there to do? SUYGETSU's already very low on HP. A clean shot out of paTiTek. And well, SUYGETSU...
I can tell you who's #1 now, and I don't need to look at the stats. 45 seconds on the clock. Already the information being found. ardiis is gone. His impact was paramount in the last 2 times they played this map. He has been silenced. A peek through is expected, but Angel, what? Win the first, and I don't even know how he's seen that second. Looking to try and take the game into his own hands with support from Shao. Leaving things possible, but now RieNs steps up. Turns out MiniBoo might have just been stealing his frags all along, because now he's on for the ace.
Shao, if he can get close, that pick could go up, but it's a little late in the game to be worrying about that, especially with Shao down. SUYGETSU, 1 more to put it across the line to double Navi's round count. It has been a really tough game for this defensive side. It's not getting any easier. I thought paTiTek had the kill. The trigger discipline, it got the best. It was ridiculous success rate in finding control over these sides. Don't attempt to do it yet again, and the opening is RieNs.
Standing. They've given up mid, and he's just stood in one of the only angles he's open to everything, with a smoke in hand. And now, well, they could just swarm onto the site. There's too many people to even aim at. RieNs has now come up with a triple, but NAVI look lost.
I'm truly lost as to the game plan there. It's I want to say a small gap, but it's a pretty big gap to leave wide open. Even saving this weapon seems next to impossible defensive side.
Haven't sent much in towards the B site. It's mostly been this A site takes, leading the charge. No surprise. MiniBoo already taking the space. There's a quick flank coming through. Now Angel is going to be able to bypass this trip, but it would leave his teammate out to dry. He's hoping that maybe someone gives him a hang, never mind. That's the ultimate bait. You just walk straight into it. That's how you fool your opponents. ardiis instead, he's looking to try and get his teammates information, but the fact is they're losing every single battle, and he might just have to try and get out of there. Left alone, he's going to get absolutely nothing done. Angel is the only one to find the kill, make it a second, but his position is just not one where he could get any real value. It would have to be massive mistakes, and well, flashes, fragments, util being expended. Support is a minimum. The one thing that could get in their way is Zyppan with that Hunter's Fury. But this bait has worked perfectly. Shoulder fake, move players away. They're hunting for where Shao is going to be, removing him from that pit completely. Already they've spotted out Zyppan as well. He's getting picked up by utilities, being pushed by MiniBoo. It is sublime from the side of Heretics. They have thought of everything, even leaving paTiTek behind to catch one on the rotate.
Welcome to my
And then the Viper's pick comes on as well. I mean, this is a textbook round for Team Heretics. The way they pulled the map, the lurk they left, the ultimate, the taking the orb into faking A, putting their Viper wall there, flashing out, and then catching these players completely unaware on the A side.
Seen as a risk, and well, it looks like they've hit green. Everything on point, but
A minute left on the clock, and there's no control to the side of NAVI towards this A side. It's being fully pushed up by Heretics. The defense is going well to start with paTiTek on one, and an awkward fight. Boo is traded eventually, and that removes most of the utility that they're worried about on their way through the site. Easy plant found, and well, that flank that came through earlier on to push through halls, it's at least found one. I actually thought Benji was going to be spotted. Zyppan was going back to check it, but a well-won fight and a chance now for this squad of Heretics. This pistol round, I mean, it would surely seal the fate of NAVI. Heretics would be just steps away, 3 rounds from Madrid already. But NAVI still have Shao and SUYGETSU. SUYGETSU, though, might be caught off guard. Never mind. The fight taken first. RieNs is spotted and almost traded out. He didn't even get the first kill. Benji now surely doesn't stand a chance. The time and into the site. You completely avoid all of those close range angles. You're never really expecting someone to be at the wall taking a fight with a shorty or anything like that. And the wall gives them so much control. Decoy baiting in. Benji's done well to hide for now. Good kill! What? 2 for Benji! MiniBoo's got another! The nade's forced him back! And it's actually killed Angel! SUYGETSU's last alive, and I cannot believe what I'm witnessing! They did nothing! They didn't invest! They thought they were playing for the next round, and instead, they've only got 1 kill between them.
They can just
hide.
hide.
An 11-3, 18 seconds, rifle for Benji. No need to peek. No need to give SUYGETSU a chance, and with 45 HP, he barely stands a chance on his way in. 8 seconds,
there's no time.
Picked up a rifle, 1 kill. ardiis can open some space up. Maybe remove some of these traps by putting a bullet in Benji's head, because he's been a real problem for this squad.
Information's there. ardiis. Oh, he takes the risk, but he doesn't really get the space he was hoping for, and now getting spammed down. Now, paTiTek has taken a lot of damage in response. Down to just 5 HP. Somehow this is a much better opportunity for NAVI in this round. Shao just going to try and expend some of those snake bites, try and delay as much as possible. Paranoia still available as well for Angel.
Big paranoia. I mean, it's not being followed up on. MiniBoo still finding the kill, but a snake bite on paTiTek. Some kills coming their way, and look how quickly it falls out of their hands. Just SUYGETSU with already. Oh, they've changed direction, but they haven't caused the rotates they think they have, Tom. There's still 3 players here. We can see MiniBoo in position. They know about him with the decoy. And they know about him with the shot as well. Good connection by ardiis. But an immediate response. Shock dart through from Zyppan. Numbers stay to NAVI. A fantastic recon that's cleared out. Nothing.
Don't
but
want me.
On the upside,
left.
he doesn't have to take a fight. He can take his time now. Let his teammates reroute. He'll have a recon up in a little bit if he can stay alive behind yellow. The retake attempt. benjyfishy, paTiTek, and RieNs. Some utility. Both flashes for paTiTek. Still a nade to work with as well. And a nice opening shot. Zyppan's down. Numbers are even.
Oh, he's going to get tight.
He's got to be panicking right now. 45 HP on SUYGETSU. And he's being revealed. They know exactly where he is, but he's still able to win 1 fight. Thinning out the numbers, the time now ticking away. NAVI seem to have this one in the bag. A big play needed, and time is of the essence. Perhaps even needing to stick it to half already. It's going to be attempted. It's body blocked, but paTiTek now alone. And Shao's just about to swing.
You don't know what he'll get away with after what we've seen so far in this match.
Angel's in trouble. That's the outlaw looking at him. It has a gap around the smoke as well, and it's found its mark. Angel down to the new gun. The damage would have been enough, but the kill removes a very valuable piece of utility for NAVI. They haven't put their Viper wall down yet, though. Still the potential to change how this map looks later on.
In the left. NAVI don't have much space to play with. They are making their way up mid, but again, the cams from Benji just spotting out all of that information. A cage available to defend himself, but maybe he doesn't need defending. With the snake bite on him, he gets aggressive. Goes for the peek, the flash through is perfect. The shot's not so much, but he's done the damage anyway. No trade just yet on the Shao, but even still, only 1 man standing. SUYGETSU to try and save them. With 40 seconds left, the run through coming in. He's actually committed a full spray in onto the fake out. The jitters, the nerves, as he has to try and do everything. The information there. just to try and find anything. But the problem is, 20 seconds left. He has to get onto that spike. And Heretics, they are not overcommitting. They are not overfacing. They are showing that resilience. They are showing that team play that we've seen throughout.
10 seconds
And now,
left.
they look to retake together.
It's a formality, surely. They know exactly where he's planted. They've been bucked.